George Alejos.
Thank you, Mayor, for the time that you've given me. On Sunday, the Express News ran an article that said, "Put San Antonio first." And for those of you that didn't have a chance to read it, I'm going to read it for you because I have 6 minutes and it should be plenty of time for me to cover what's in this article. It says, "Put San Antonio first. All political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit." That's in the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 2. San Antonio is at a crossroads. The mayor and the majority of city council have forgotten their duty to listen to the people. Instead, they follow the developers, lawyers, and the insiders that fund their campaigns. The city manager has too much power and runs the mayor and the majority of city council. City Hall has forgotten their job is to make San Antonio safer, cleaner, fairer, equitable, and with economic opportunities for everyone. It's time to put San Antonio first. We, the citizens of San Antonio First, believe that taking back our city is as easy as 1, 2, and 3 by voting for 1, city manager accountability. Proposition 1 states that it will ensure that the city manager has to be approved by 8 council members and can serve only 8 years and can't make more than 10 times the least paid city employee. Our city manager currently makes more than our governor and the president of the United States combined. They both respectively make $150,000 and $400,000, so our city manager exceeds that amount. The second proposition is to stop frivolous lawsuits. Proposition 2 will ensure that the city goes to arbitration and negotiates instead of endlessly paying lawyers to file frivolous lawsuits and to preserve the power of bureaucrats at City Hall. Our city manager and her lawyers have wasted over $1.2 million suing San Antonio firefighters and police officers. They lost in court 4 times, and the Texas Supreme Court wouldn't even hear our city manager's case. That's a total waste of taxpayer dollars. In fact, Mr. Martin earlier said that the latest lawsuit the decision was rendered in favor of firefighters. So that was a waste of money also. That was an attempt to stop the petitions and an attempt to put it on the ballot. Finally, the last proposition 3 is to let the people decide. Proposition 3 will ensure that the city follows our Texas Constitution and allow San Antonio residents a reasonable amount of time to gather a reasonable number of signatures to let us have a say with a public vote on more issues that impact our lives. We should have a voice and a vote on our city manager's salaries, bonuses, taxes, utility rates, and also the use of money for toilets. As you'll recall, we had a toilet that cost us $191,380. That's really low because I think if you look at it, it cost us more like $500,000 if you take the total cost into account. Now, there's also a rumor that you're now thinking about installing additional toilets like the one you installed 2 years ago or whenever that was. If you do, I insist that we install a toilet in each city council district so each of us have a use of that toilet. Okay. Finally, I just want to say that I think it's time for the people to have their say, and if by putting the amendments on the November ballot, that's the right thing to do. And it's time for you to stop to listen to your constituents. That's what's key. A lot of you are just new to city council, but believe me, you're being looked at very closely. I can go back and come up with some of the things that have occurred that are not in the best interest of the city. Number 1, the toilet. Number 2, District 3 allowed the displacement of over 60 families from Mission Mobile Home Park 3 years ago. That place is still vacant, hasn't been developed, yet those families were displaced. You got the infamous bridge that's going to be built to allow the critters to go from the east side to the west side of Worst Park Parkway. That's a total waste of our dollars, ladies and gentlemen. You need to listen to the people and do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alejos.